So in this video, we're going to be working on the carburetor for the 1951 Kaiser that I purchased. And I got it apart. It wasn't pretty. It's been sitting for quite some time. I hope the video will show all the stuff that I found. I'm not sure if it came out clear as I like it to be. And I'm by no means a videographer. This is a hobby of mine. So the funny thing is I work in the movie industry, and I could probably ask the right people to help me out and kind of guide me through doing this, so I might very well do that. But the upcoming video and pictures you'll see are of the carburetor being disassembled, cleaned, and put back together. Enjoy. Let's try that. See what happens. So anyhow, we're going to start by taking the choke off, I guess. See if everything's even intact. There's a little spring in there that's going to heat up and cool down depending on the import. The heat from the exhaust pipe comes in here to heat up this spring. So, and that spring looks to be in very good shape. So, just going to get a little bin to put all this stuff in so as to not lose it. Let's place it or whatever. So inside there is a cover. Looks like the writing goes out. There's a little writing on there. See it very well. The writing goes out. The hot air comes in here and heats up that coil and moves this lever back and forth. But it's pretty sticky right now, and that's one of the reasons why I need to take it apart also. Now this little dealie here, holds the rod here to this, and this also goes up and down, so the choke will get forced off. And that's what that little thing looks like. So it's surprisingly in good shape. It's not all rusted. Make sure all this is going together the way it's supposed to, you know. So anyhow, this little lever here has a notch on it. Notch goes into that little notch right there, and that's what keeps this in position. Just put it in like so, and then when you turn it to line it up with this, it keeps that locked. Pretty simple little deal. So inside here, I only see one screw. Can't believe there's only one screw. Oh no, there's a screw down inside and a screw right here. So it looks to me like I'm going to have to get little special screwdrivers that was ground by me to fit. So, right back. So I found one that wasn't ground. Well, there's another one in there. So that piece comes out of there. That piece comes out. Alright. What else? Like this is one of those screws that never comes out of position. Unless I'm missing something. Looks like this is bent over there. We'll get it. Those there ain't any more. We'll get a quarter turn out of the dang thing. So, I think, oh boy, God, I hope I don't have to take that off. Looks like I might have to take that choke plate off to even get at this. It's so sticky that that choke plate might be a problem. Oh, yeah, broke the screw. Oh, boy. See that little bitty screw? The other one, the head broke. That sucks. I'm not going to get that plate off there now. It looks to me like this whole thing comes out. So I'm going to have to grind that off. I have to grind it off both sides so it slides out. We'll be able to get this thing off of here. That wasn't well thought out. Guess I'm glad I started here. I'm going to put you on pause for a while so you don't have to listen to that. Okay, I had to grind that off. Not the prettiest thing. We'll make it work though. Let's see what it's going to take to finish getting this bad boy off. It's under here, the secret to... Oh, look at that. Got one of those. Just a little circlip. See if we can get that off of there. There it is. It's just a little circlip. Holds that shaft in. So, this whole thing, well, except for that fancy schmancy screw that's in there. Okay, now, yeah, you can see all the, probably you can't see it, but there's all kinds of buildup on this. It's real sticky, everything's real sticky. Not wanting to cooperate here. So, it sure be nice if I could take that whole dang thing apart. What do you think? Look at that. There's a little pin that holds that whole thing together here, which allows this whole thing to come out. Just like that. There's a little spring in there. We're not going to take that spring apart though. I don't want to deal with it. This is just like a little piston. Allows airflow up and down as the choke opens and closes. So now we know how the proper way is to get that screw out. You got to take that whole thing all the way apart. No big deal. So wow, there's some kind of seal in there. All right. So I want to see what's underneath this right here. I bet you that's some kind of fancy adjustment. And this little thing right here, I don't think you can see it, but it's got a stamp on it. Not a stamp, it's been molded into the cover. It says carburetor. Let's see if you can see that. See that? Carburetor. Holy smokes, look at this. I wonder what that does. Holy cow. Well, there's a lot of moving parts in there. Looks like the accelerator pumps over here. And then there's these two things here look to be jets. And I'll bet you when the throttle opens and closes, those things raise up. Yeah, see, it's on a spring right now. Oh, that's pretty fancy. Oh, do I take that whole thing apart? No. Not right now, I don't. Not right now. I think I'm going to take this off here. Take that off. We'll take that off there, that little lever. And I think what we'll do is take the entire top off. And then when we pull this up, I should almost take that off first. I wonder if that's a filter. I wonder if that's a filter. Surprisingly, nothing's horribly tight on this thing, which is a bonus. Sure enough, there's a little filter in there. Oh, and it's bad. It's a bad filter. Oh my. It's clogged up on the bottom, but it's pretty nasty. But I'm going to show you the inside. If you, I hope you can see it. I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can get a different light on that. Just nasty. Just nasty. There it is. Just, ugh. And that's where all the gas comes in. So, I'm going to venture to say that inside we got some lovelies. We got some lovelies. I don't want to really harm this tag, even if I can't read it. It's got to be something pretty decent, because 781S. Yeah, I want that to make sure that goes back on. Try to clean it without damaging it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Alright. Oh, it's loose. Oh my. Yeah, see? There it is. These are movable jets, which is very cool. These are probably, holy cow, that thing's hard as a rock. That is the accelerator pump. It's like a piece of rock. These are the movable jets that I was kind of aiming for before. So all that's going to have to come apart. And got a little springy in there. Hopefully the float's good. Otherwise that's a $35 option from where I bought this kit. So, but the big news. The big news. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Look at the bottom of this thing. Looks like a gravel pit in there. Yeah. So, oh boy. So what I'm going to do is basically finish taking this all apart. I don't know that you guys need to sit and watch that happen. You can. I'm going to film it. So, let's see what happens. And maybe I'll cut it out, maybe I won't. But see, none of this stuff, the gaskets are so dried out in this that there's just nothing's tight. Nothing's tight. These are your squirters for your accelerator pump, and hopefully I can get that whole area cleaned out with my sonic cleaner. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. But she is a mess. The crazy thing is I'm in heaven. Because I'm going to take this and hopefully get it all back together to a like new condition, and then put it on the car and do a few other odds and ends and start it up and do a little driving. It does not have any brakes at all, so we have a problem there. But I live on 19 acres and it's mostly hay fields, so it's flat. So I can go out there and just drive around circles all night if I want. See, there's a little screen over here. It looks to be broken. I don't know. Can't believe after 70 years something goes wrong. Sure don't build shit the way they used to, right? Let's see here. All I did was push it down further. Looks like some kind of screen that broke in half. There's the other part. See these two pieces? Those two pieces broke. And I think that just keeps air clean going back into the accelerator pump. And it looks to me like there's a screen in the bottom of the accelerator pump hole too. But I'm going to get another towel. Ooh, I got one. Never mind. Watch this. Watch this. This is what's going to come out of this carburetor. Nice, huh? Oh boy. Oh boy. These are the jets. Not worried about those. Oh, uh-oh. Where'd that come from? I'm gonna guess that came out of, not there. I'm gonna guess it came out of there though. Underneath this thing. Maybe. Well, luckily I bought a manual. And hopefully that manual is going to tell me where all this stuff goes. But isn't that something? Look at that. Just a mess. Just a mess. Well, we got 4 more screws and the whole thing's apart. Except for those 2 screws there. So why don't we do it all? It's not going to be that much longer, is it? So, I need to go get a bigger screwdriver. See, the screws aren't loose or aren't tight at all. Normally you would be freaking out, going, oh man, how am I going to get those loose? Alright, look at that. So it's hard to say what this even is. It's powdery. I'm wondering if it's just old gas or, you know, what. But whatever it is, it's not good, right? Whatever it is, it's not good. So, this is the entire, this is the entire working part of the carburetor. It's got all the jet holes, and it's got all the passages and everything else. Now this down here has some little holes for, it's not fuel, it's going to be for vacuum, stuff like that, because like this piece here is going to run on vacuum up and down, so that's what those holes are for. These are idle adjustment screws for the air idle. So I think what I'm going to do is I don't want to leave this unattended so much, this part here. I don't want to just put it overnight. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. Looks to me like I got everything out of it, but I guess I could, but I like to have it hot. I like to get it up as hot as I can get it, and then turn that vibrator on and let her go to town, you know. So, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But I'll tell you what, I might as well try to take this other piece apart since I'm right here. And we will see if I can keep you in view there. It's not the best lighting I have, I'm sorry you guys. It's not the best lighting I have. So this comes out as usual. That's the old float. Oh yeah, look at that. You can't really see it, but you can see the buildup of just garbage on there, on the needle. I'm hoping it comes with all that in the kit. That's going to be so you got to be very careful. Very careful. You should see, I know you can't really see, but there's actually buildup of like almost like a water line of crap right here close to this, and it's I don't know how the hell you get that thing out of there. Huh. Looks to me like that piece. Huh. How the hell does that work? Be nice if I could get that out of there. Got the spring out. Don't just yank on this old stuff because there ain't a lot of it around, so looks to me like these may unscrew. Let's find out. Oh, I'll be dipped. I'll be dipped. Look at that shit. Clog solid. Can't see any light through that at all. You can blow through it though. There it is. I see it. Must have blown out the clog. So that little thing there holds that gasket down. You believe that? These are not pretty. This one I can see through. So, I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like a water line there. And it's just ugly. The whole thing's just ugly, man. Just ugly. Yeah, that gasket won't even come off until this thing comes off. Wow. I hope that's on flats. That's all I can say. This one. And this one. Looks like they screw off. And this one. Of course, there's a little clip in there, and that little clip is holding an accelerator pump in. So let's see how that works. Oh, I better take a picture of that. I better take a picture of that. Yeah, there's a little lever in here, kind of like a standard accelerator pump lever. But it has a groove in it, and the groove holds that snap ring in place, and that's what holds this whole lever onto this bad boy right here. Now this is the accelerator pump. Now this, it looks to be probably leather, because that's what it used to be years and years and years ago. Now, they say you could soak that and get that to come back to life, but guess what Chuck's not going to do? Chuck's going to see what's in the kit. Because I doubt that'll stay that way. And to be honest, all I want to do is drive the car. That's all I want to do. As much as I'd like to be crazy, I got it running kind of guy. I want to get it running as right as I can, so it's reliable for me. And when we go out and play, see that? Oh, well, how the hell did that even come off here? Great. How did that even happen? That goes sideways? That goes sideways? Sure as shit. Twist that 90 degrees and it pulls right out. Ha ha! Look at that. Now, this can't come out yet. Can it? Seems like there's a trick for everything on this. Okay, let's get that rod out. You can see just all the corrosion on that. Yeah. Now, these are sided. That one is sided. This one is sided with the accelerator pump. Okay. And this other one is just different. And that's the one that runs the metering jets up and down. So, looks to me like the last thing to get out is this, which is, there's our metering jets. So, definitely has a sequence. You can't just take it all apart. There's a sequence of how the whole thing goes together and comes apart. So, pay attention, I guess. Well, it looks to me like we're ready to cook. Looks to me like we're ready to cook, almost. I got these two things here. These two things right here. So, I'm not going to even try to take these out, because I just know it ain't gonna happen. And I don't feel like drilling and tapping all new holes in there. So I'm hoping what I can do is when I cook it, it'll loosen up everything. Alrighty then. So I'm going to take these little screws right here. Bingo bango. Those are the idle mixture screws. Smooths out your idle. So first, in theory, you turn them all the way in. One and a quarter. That gives you a general idea when you put it back together how you are going to do your initial setup so you can get the car started. One, just a little over a quarter. So we're going to say 1 1/4. We're going to say 1 1/4 to get all that going. So this, there's a gas passage that comes down here, right? And then there's airflow also that comes down through another different hole. And inside, you'll never be able to see it, but there's tiny little holes that are drilled this way. And they're behind these caps right here. And that, in turn, is what gets your air fuel mixture going. So I don't think these caps come off. I would imagine they could. But if you don't have something to replace them, there's no sense of taking the fucking things off. Wow. I mean, it's rough. Don't get me wrong. I've seen worse. But I'll tell you, as far as ease, the fortunate thing with me is I have experience. So I'm kind of knowing what this stuff does. So I kind of got a good idea as far as what I need to look for when everything's cleaned. You know, you start, after you clean everything, you got to blow it all out. I like to run a carb cleaner or brake cleaner through and make sure all the passages are clean. And that is step number 1. And I think for now I'm going to say so long, and I will get back after it's cleaned up. We'll maybe make it just one video to put it all up, take it apart, put it back together. So stay tuned. If you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe, hit the bell, and give me a thumbs up. Thank you very much.